Ellen DeGeneres has been lighting up TV screens for decades with her quick wit, heartwarming humor, and incredible dancing skills. But behind her infectious smile, there's a hidden passion: real estate. Ellen and her wife Portia de Rossi have made waves in the property world, owning a jaw-dropping collection of stunning homes that would make even the most seasoned real estate mogul do a double take. From Beverly Hills to Santa Barbara, join us as we take a peek inside the luxurious homes that define Ellen's high-end lifestyle and discover how her homes are almost as entertaining as her talk show. Today, we're starting our journey through Ellen's luxurious portfolio at one of her most romantic and historically rich properties, Rancho San Leandro in Montecito. Nestled high on a knoll with sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean and the Santa Ynez Mountains, Rancho San Leandro isn't just a house, it's a piece of California history. Built in the mid-1850s by the DeGeneres family, this estate combines old-world charm with modern luxury. The property spans about 6 acres and is tucked away inside the gated 𝗁𝗔𝗡𝗏 community, a place that once hosted classic Hollywood stars like 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗡𝗟. This isn't your average celebrity hideaway. This is a California ranch living at its finest. The estate includes not one, but 2 primary homes. First, there's the original adobe structure, a warm, earthy building that holds more than 150 years of stories in its walls. Then, the Monterey house, added in the early 2000s, blends seamlessly with the historic charm while providing updated comforts. Together, they form a unique harmony of past and present, reflecting Ellen's signature design style, understated elegance, and deep respect for craftsmanship. As you drive up to the home, the experience begins before you even reach the front door. The main driveway is lined with 50 ancient olive trees, giving the entrance a peaceful, almost European feel. A stone-covered motor court welcomes visitors in true estate fashion, complete with a beautiful fountain that sets the tone for what's to come. You're not just arriving at a house, you're stepping into a serene world where every detail has been carefully curated. The property also includes equestrian features that feel straight out of a classic Western film. There's a 4-stall stable with a tack room, a dressage avenue, and open paddocks. It's easy to picture Ellen and Portia riding horses through the trees or relaxing on the porch with a view of the hills. It's peaceful, it's private, and it's the kind of place that reminds you why celebrities fall in love with Montecito in the first place. Rancho San Leandro isn't flashy or modern for the sake of being trendy. It's refined and timeless. It speaks to Ellen's deep appreciation for authenticity, which she has repeatedly talked about in interviews. This isn't just about investing in property, it's about living in places that tell a story. And if you ask us, this one reads like a classic novel, with every page filled with charm. Next up on Ellen DeGeneres' real estate tour is a showstopper that blends privacy, scale, and undeniable elegance: the Dennis Miller Estate in Montecito, California. This isn't just a home, it's a compound, and when Ellen and Portia scooped it up in 2020 for a cool $49 million in cash, it was one of the most buzzed-about deals in celebrity circles. Why? Because this place has mystery, luxury, and a whole lot of style. The estate sits on 4.3 acres across 3 separate lots, making it more of a private retreat than a typical celebrity mansion. It was originally owned by comedian and talk show host Dennis Miller, who spent nearly a decade turning it into his dream home. Details were kept under wraps during the build, adding to its mystique, but one look at the finished property, and it's clear it was worth the wait. The main house is a 9,000 square foot masterpiece built in the South African Cape Dutch style. That may sound exotic, and it is. The whitewashed walls, sweeping gables, and dark wooden accents give the home a bold yet inviting presence. It's the kind of architecture you don't see every day in California, and it fits perfectly into Montecito's rolling landscape. This is no ordinary estate. The property includes a large guest house, a barn designed by renowned architect 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗄𝗏, a pool house, a massive garage, and a stunning infinity pool. It feels more like a luxury resort than a personal residence, But that's the thing with Ellen, she goes all in when she buys, and every detail here feels intentional, polished, and full of character. What really sets this estate apart is its fortress-like design. From the outside, it keeps things subtle and secure, but on the inside, it opens up with airy rooms, sweeping ceilings, and thoughtful touches everywhere. It's grand without being showy, just like Ellen herself. So, if Rancho San Leandro was Ellen's love letter to California history, the Dennis Miller estate is her power move, bold, modern, and absolutely unforgettable. And trust us, the next stop on this real estate journey is just as dazzling. If you've ever wondered what happens when Ellen DeGeneres buys a rock star's house, renovates it to perfection, and flips it for a tidy profit, this next property answers that question. Welcome to the Levine house in Beverly Hills, a celebrity home with star power in every square foot. Originally built in 1933, this ivy-covered mansion oozes charm and class. When Ellen bought it in 2019 for $45 million, it had already been beautifully remodeled by the Maroon 5 frontman himself. But that didn't stop Ellen and Portia from putting their own spin on it, and just 1 year later, they sold the home for $47 million, walking away with a cool $2 million in profit. Not bad for a year's work. At 10,400 square feet, this place is massive, but still manages to feel warm and inviting. The design is tasteful and full of character. Inside, you'll find steel-framed doors and windows, wide plank-reclaimed wood floors, and a dramatic two-story foyer that sets the tone when you walk in. There's a 50-foot-long living room with a grand stone fireplace and white plastered walls, which could easily host an elegant soiree or a cozy night in. The home boasts 5 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, each styled perfectly. The primary suite is a retreat featuring 2 large walk-in closets and a bathroom that looks like it belongs in a 5-star resort. There's also a paneled library, a large dining room with a sleek bar, not 1, but 2 kitchens, a gym, and even a private theater, complete with another bar. Step outside and the estate shines. Set on a full acre of manicured grounds, the property features rolling lawns, lush gardens, and a resort-style pool that looks like it came straight from a luxury magazine spread. There's a sunken tennis court, a spacious guest house, and even an outdoor kitchen with a pizza oven, because what's a Beverly Hills backyard without one? Now we're headed back to Montecito, where Ellen transformed a centuries-old English Tudor into a real estate success story involving another celebrity, pop star Ariana Grande. You don't want to miss it. Ellen DeGeneres isn't just a buyer and flipper, she's also keen on hidden gems. In 2020, she purchased a quaint and quirky English Tudor mansion in Montecito for $3.6 million. But here's the twist, she never intended to live in it. This was Ellen's first property, purchased specifically to renovate and sell, and boy, it paid off. A few months later, she sold it to pop sensation Ariana Grande for $6.75 million. This isn't your average California mansion. The 5,500 square foot Tudor home was originally constructed in the 1700s in England. It was later transported piece by piece to California in the 1980s, giving it a storybook charm unlike anything else in Ellen's portfolio. With 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2 powder rooms, the home feels intimate but grand, with cozy features like exposed brick fireplaces, wood beam ceilings, and an octagonal library. The property sits on 1.3 acres and is surrounded by mature trees and lush gardens designed by Tom Nielsen. The estate's offerings include brick terraces, winding stone paths, a gym, a workshop, and a 3-car garage. This home is a perfect blend of character and elegance, and it's easy to see why Ariana fell in love with it. For Ellen, it was another flawless flip, proof that she doesn't just know homes, she knows timing. When Ellen wants something sleek and serene, she visits properties like the Salt Hill House. Purchased in 2019 for $27 million from Marcia Glazer, heiress to the Stuck auto supply fortune, this modern masterpiece was sold just a year later for a whopping $33 million, adding another impressive win to Ellen's real estate resume. At 10,700 square feet, the Salt Hill House is big, bold, and beautiful. It blends Balinese inspiration with Asian contemporary design, giving it a spa-like atmosphere from the moment you walk in. Large glass doors open up to a veranda with views that stretch over 50 miles of pristine California coastline. This 5-bedroom, 10-bathroom estate is built for luxury living. It includes 2 offices for work-from-home privacy, a visitor guest house, a gym tucked inside a stylish cabana, and an infinity pool that practically floats into the horizon. There's even a large reflective pond that adds a calming energy to the grounds. This property is so Ellen because it balances modern flair with organic warmth. It's quiet privacy and totally in tune with nature, exactly the place you'd imagine her escaping to after a busy taping. It may have been a short stay, but with $6 million in profit, Ellen definitely left her mark. If there's one word to describe Ellen DeGeneres' Nickelodeon house, it's minimalism. Not the cold, empty kind, but the sleek, functional kind that lets the natural surroundings do all the talking. Tucked between the Santa Ynez Mountains and Toro Canyon Park, this Montecito estate sits on a massive 40-acre plot. It brings the outside in with walls made almost entirely of glass. The house features 4 bedrooms and 6.5 bathrooms, with clean lines and a low-profile design. It's outfitted with 𝗔𝗶𝗏𝗂𝘁𝗂𝗏 invisible wall systems, meaning entire walls disappear to open the home to the stunning California landscape. Ellen has always had an eye for blending design with nature. This house is a perfect example. A 2-bedroom guest house and a multi-room cabana give the estate even more space for entertaining or quiet getaways. Despite the home's grand setting, everything feels peaceful and grounded. It's not flashy, it's purposeful, thoughtful, and utterly serene. In 2019, Ellen sold the home to Brian Robbins, the president of Nickelodeon, for $6.98 million, and that's where the home gets its nickname. But for Ellen, this property wasn't just a transaction, it was an artistic statement. She's never been afraid to embrace bold architecture, especially when it means living in harmony with nature. This one may not have had century-old beams or Mediterranean gardens, but it had something just as rare: perfect simplicity. Now we step into old Hollywood elegance with a property that comes straight out of a silver screen fantasy, the John Elgin Wolfe House in Beverly Hills. Designed in 1962 by the famed Hollywood Regency architect, this 3,900 square foot home is a rare piece of architectural art, and Ellen clearly couldn't resist its charm. She bought it in 2018 for $15 million from the estate of banker Harry J. Folk. This home is pure glamour. It's tucked behind a gated motor court and framed by columns and bay windows. The clean lines and grand facade channel classic Hollywood, while the floor plan makes the most of its 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. The home isn't huge, but that's what makes it special. It's intimate and striking, not oversized or excessive. Ellen, always one to preserve what works, remodeled the property while keeping its original character intact. She leaned into its Regency bones, polishing up the details and making the space even more inviting. The covered patio and outdoor areas offer city and ocean views, perfect for entertaining or simply enjoying a quiet moment. She sold the property a year later for $15.5 million to the Levine Living Trust. It wasn't a major profit play, but some homes aren't about big flips, some are just about owning a piece of something iconic. This home is one of those, timeless, rare, and deeply personal. Last but definitely not least, we arrive at the coast, because no real estate collection is complete without a beach house. Ellen's Maguire beach house in 𝗁𝗵𝗀𝗃𝗏 is a stunning oceanfront escape, and it might just be one of the most picturesque properties she's ever owned. Bought from real estate mogul Robert F. Maguire III, this 4,800 square foot beauty offers 79 feet of prime California shoreline. The home includes 4 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms, designed with contemporary flair and casual coastal elegance. Think cedar shingle roofing paired with modern interiors, huge windows that flood the space with light, and a layout inviting the outdoors. This 1-acre estate is designed for both relaxation and recreation. It includes a guest house for visitors, a clay tennis court for weekend matches, and a plunge pool to cool off in after a walk on the beach. The entire property is private, luxurious, and perfectly tailored to beachside living. In 2019, Ellen sold the home for a breezy $23 million to makeup entrepreneur 𝗁𝗵𝗀𝗁. Whether it was a quick flip or a heartfelt farewell, it's clear that Ellen brought her signature warmth and style to this coastal haven. From historic ranches to glass-walled retreats, Ellen's real estate portfolio is nothing short of extraordinary. But don't go anywhere, we still have one more story to tell. Now, not every property in Ellen DeGeneres' portfolio is a sprawling estate or oceanfront retreat. Sometimes she plays the high-rise game, and the Beverly West Tower proves she can do luxury living in the sky just as well as on the ground. In 2014, Ellen purchased 2 adjacent condos in this exclusive Los Angeles tower for a combined $13.2 million. The Beverly West Tower is known for its privacy, security, sweeping city views, and beyond. Ellen's units sit high above it all, each filled with floor-to-ceiling windows, stone finishes, and designer touches. Both spaces had private elevator access, offering all the seclusion and convenience that you'd expect from a celebrity-worthy residence. The first unit was just over 4,100 square feet, featuring 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, wide plank floors, and custom paneling. The second clocked in at 3,800 square feet, with 2 more bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Its sleek kitchen included back cabinetry and dramatic greenstone countertops, giving the space a bold contemporary look. Despite the impressive finishes and prime location, Ellen sold both condos in 2017 for $11.85 million, taking a $1.3 million loss. But when you're Ellen, not every move is about profit. Sometimes it's about experimenting with style, location, or city living. This pair of condos may have been a brief chapter, but they prove that whether it's beachfront, mountaintops, or city skylines, Ellen DeGeneres knows how to live in style.